Hi, Dave here. Just a quick video to ask you, what are you taking for advantage? What are you, maybe you haven't even thought of it yet, but maybe there's some things in your life that you're taking for granted, but you don't realise it. I'm just out for a power walk on this Sunday, and one thing we often do is take our health for granted. You know, we think we're invincible, we think we're going to live forever. And especially as you get older, 50 plus like me, then it's been proven that, it takes more effort to build muscle. And the more chance you build your muscle in your early years, the more chance you've got of retaining that muscle mass and have less wastage in your latter years. That's the sort of idea. But it's basically, what you put in, you get out, don't you? So if you don't look after your body, in your life, which of course most of us don't do, especially in our teens and 20s, and and often into later life. But sometimes that can pay us back in terms of ill health or injuries or whatever. And the same can be said of contracts as well. So I just came up to my 1 year anniversary with my current client, and it just made me realise, number one, gratitude. Thankful that the client has kept me on for a whole year, which is great, because if you know my backstory, that I've never been out of work for more than a couple of months. I think some of that was by choice in the past, and then of course Brexit, COVID, IR35, all that sort of shitstorm happened at once, and I was out of work for a longer period of time, which I do not recommend. Can really screw with your mind, your mindset, and you start to question your worth, your worthiness, your skill sets, whether you're in the right industry, all that sort of stuff. And I consider myself pretty mentally strong as well. So, I can see how people who are not as mentally strong would really struggle. It worries me how much people could struggle in situations like that. And so that's a good reason why. Don't rest on your laurels when you're with a client. I was with the stock exchange, for example, for 4 years, and I didn't think I was invincible at all. It wasn't about my skills per se, or I'm better than anyone else. It was about me thinking that we've got lots of work to do, and there's no one else there that's going to do it. And the other people weren't as good at me as the things that I was planning to do. But what I didn't bank on was the fact that they just started getting rid of permies. They even got rid of a permie that was like a single point of failure. He was the one guy that did one specific skill set. And what did they do? Got rid of him. And then I remember on the Monday morning, they said, "Where's that guy that does this niche? We need him to do something." And they said, "Oh, we got rid of him on Friday. You signed it off." I mean, how stupid an organisation are they? And how stupid were the bosses that knew about this guy being a single point of failure, which you should never have in an organisation, should you? Both technically and with your staff. But the fact that they let the guy go, surely the bosses of that guy would have ticked the box to say, yes, he's replaceable. Because I always understand, if you've got 5 DBAs and you need to cut costs, maybe you go down to 4 if they can handle the workload. What you don't do is get rid of the one person that does something. I mean, that's just comical. Just stupid. It is plain just stupidity. But don't rest on your laurels. If you're working 4 years in a row, you think you've got a cushy number, whatever it is, you think there's loads of work lined up, don't forget, the client can be stupid. Yeah? The client can be stupid, and they might just get rid of you. They might not renew you. They might get rid of you as soon as they need to cut costs, even if your contract's not ending yet. They might give you notice. So always bear that in mind. And if I'm honest, what I did was I probably thought, not that I was invincible, but I just thought there's plenty of work. I'm as safe as you can think in a contract. And I also thought that, because of that, I basically slightly over leveraged myself and invested in my house. We were doing a house extension, so I put a lot of money into improving the house. And yeah, because I thought, oh, it's fine, you know, got maybe at least another 6 months, 8 months definite, even if I was being cautious. And it ended up being only, say, 3 months. So just bear that in mind. Don't overstep, and don't put yourself at risk. Because even though I was investing in the house, that meant I couldn't then get the money back. So that put me in a bit of a predicament, and then being out of work, and then bang, COVID, bang, Brexit, bang, IR35, all those things. Companies then doing blanket bans. Basically, they stopped hiring people for a period, full stop. Never mind inside or outside. They didn't have a clue what they were doing, so they basically just battened down the hatches, cut costs, and stopped hiring people. So you've got to not rest on your laurels. Don't take things for granted. And again, it's that thing of when you're in a contract, you think, oh, I'll do that, you know, accreditation or a bit of training later on. Try and make a start on doing some of that stuff before you finish your next contract. I know it's hard if you're busy, work, life, all that stuff. Getting the balance right is tough, I know. You know, 2 kids, a house, a wife, all that stuff gets in the way, doesn't it? But basically, I've just put back on my list my AWS certification. I've done all the training and, you know, revision about it, but I just need to go back and redo it, recheck it all, and just get that first certification in the bag. So that's inspired me to do that recently. So yeah, what accreditations, training can you do while you're in a contract? And of course, like I said in other videos, don't leave it till your contract's ending to sort your CV, sort your LinkedIn out, all that sort of stuff. Try and get on the ball with it, you know, early on. Don't leave your LinkedIn profile untouched for 3 years just because you're in a cushy number. Get it updated, then you can forget about it. Okay, so anyway, I hope that's useful. Don't take things for granted. You've got your health, you've got your finances, whether you're in a role or not, your training, your skills, your CV, your LinkedIn, any of that stuff. If you want a hand with anything, you want some more advice, free clarity call, whatever it takes to help you, I'm here to support you. I wish you all the best. Have a fantastic day. See you, bye.